Fiat 500L 2017 Facelift Review. The Fiat 500L has been facelifted for 2017 to bring it into line with the rest of the 500 range. But what's it like to drive? Verdict: 3-star. If you weren't a fan of the retro Fiat 500L before, these subtle tweaks for 2017 will do little to change your mind. It's a distinctive, practical alternative to more mainstream mini MPVs and has a desirability factor that many rivals lack. But the driving experience is a mixed bag, and we find it tricky to recommend this petrol cross model, too. If you want the SUV looks, then Fiat's very own 500X makes more sense, while the punchy diesel is nicer to drive. With the fashionable Fiat 500X selling in its droves and the ever-popular 500 continuing apace, the 500L unchanged since 2013 has been looking a bit neglected. It's unloved no more, though, because the retro-styled mini MPV has finally received a selection of midlife nips and tucks, with the aim of bringing it into line with the rest of the 500 family. Fiat says that 40% of the 500L's components have been revised for the facelift, but as is often the case, you'd have a hard time squaring that claim just by looking at it. Exterior tweaks to the love it or hate it design require pointing out, in fact, with some extra chrome at the front, new LED daytime running lights, reprofiled grilles, and bumpers in a selection new colors. The 500L's variant range has been changed, too, with urban, cross and wagon models replacing the standard, trekking and the MPW models respectively. We're driving the Cross, a name Fiat's brought in to enhance its crossover image. It benefits from rugged skid plate style bumpers, side protectors, and a 25mm increase in ride height. Inside, the only giveaway is tucked away beneath the climate control switches. There's a new 3-mode drive selector that optimizes front-end traction for low-grip terrain. You can also activate hill descent control, or as Fiat optimistically calls it, gravity control, with the rotary dial. Elsewhere, Fiat has updated the cabin materials and tweaked the center console design, raising the gear lever slightly and replacing the awkward aircraft-style handbrake with a more conventional one. There are new instruments, with 2 speedo and rev counter pods separated by a new TFT screen, and white switch backlighting. New finishes on the doors and dash boost perceived quality, making it a reasonably tactile environment with a decent array of soft-touch plastics. Minor details like the hollow indicator stalks let things down a bit, however. Still, standard kit includes a panoramic roof, climate control, DAB radio, and ambient lighting, although autonomous braking is on the options list. As pricing for the 500L is expected to remain broadly similar to before, our car will cost around £20,000 when it arrives in the UK. We'd expect such safety kit to be standard fitment here, too. The biggest news, though, is the addition of the brand's latest UConnect Live HD system, a 7-inch touchscreen set NAV that incorporates Android Auto and Apple CarPlay connectivity. The bright and clear screen is considerably less fiddly to operate than the old 5-inch system, but it lags when switching between menus. Storage is excellent, with large door bins, a central armrest cubby and 2 glove boxes. There's also ample legroom in up to 4 feet, with large door bins, a central armrest cubby and 2 glove boxes. There's also ample legroom in up to 455 liters of boot space thanks to the sliding rear bench, although headroom was a bit tight due to the glass roof. Despite the visual changes, Fiat didn't feel any need to tweak the engine range or the suspension, so for all intents and purposes the 500L drives just as it did before. Our 1.4-liter T-Jet model's modest 118 bhp generates adequate pace and sounds roarty enough, but its lack of torque showed on the steep hills around Turin. It's fine for the school run and remains a top choice for town driving, but anyone looking for a confident and punchy feel, plus better economy, on longer trips would be better off with the 1.6-liter diesel. The increased ride height of the Cross allowed it to navigate a rutted gravel track with ease, but the lack of four-wheel drive means you won't be attempting much more. The suspension is soft, which translates to a comfortable ride, although expansion joints and sudden bumps jolt through the cabin more than in a Ford B-Max or Vauxhall Crossland X. The 500 liters isn't a very engaging drive, either, with plenty of body roll, light steering and an obstructive manual shift. Key specs. Model, Fiat 500 liters Cross 1.4T Jet 120. Price, £20,000, EST. Engine, 1.4-liter 4CYL turbo petrol. Power/torque, 118 bhp/215 Nm. Transmission, 6-speed manual, front-wheel drive. 0 to 62 miles per hour, 11.0 seconds. Top speed, 114 miles per hour. Economy/CO2, 49.6 mpg/163 g/km. On sale, end of June.